live.
Yes, we are. Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 126. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, executive producer, show creator, and I forgot what he looks like. What is it?
Oh, Jesus.
There he is.
He's ugly.
Yeah.
Put that away.
Didn't say that.
Jesus.
No. It's my son, Matt.
That's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's great to see you. As you know, our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live here on YouTube weekday mornings at 8, but we're also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. Be sure to check that out. Coming up today, we have a lot to catch up on since we've been away. The Stumpa is back. We have a survey that finds most adults have full-on conversations with items in their house that can't talk back.
Nice.
Yeah. And we have a new feature today called the Braley Bookshelf. So we'll get into that and do some stuff. But how have you been? We haven't seen you since, when did we wrap up? 23rd?
10 years ago.
He was much smaller then. I remember.
That would mean this is a reunion special, right? We're right up there with Harry Potter.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
really?
good. It's really good. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It's got me watching the movies again.
Are you really?
Yeah. I'm on number 6.
Wow.
Half-Blood Prince.
I haven't seen him in, 10 days or something like that?
Longer than expected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like 10 or 11 days.
One of the reasons we had such a long break was Sarah, Stephen, and Liam went out to San Diego to see Liam's other grandparents.
Yeah.
So they asked Matt to house sit. So that was all cool. You know, we arranged it, and he flew down. And
I got a break from the old people and made a little money in the process.
I'm so glad you made a little money in the
It
process.
was a win-win. Yeah.
Yes. And how were your furry friends down there?
Great.
Took care of Luke and Yoda.
Yeah, great. They shed a lot, which Charlie doesn't shed, so that was interesting. Again,
Studio dog Charlie is back in his usual spot. He's over by the window in case anyone walks by.
just waiting to make noise.
Yes, he is.
But he's a good boy.
Yeah. So Matt was down there, and all I can tell you is Sarah has vowed never to go to San Diego again
In the winter.
Yeah. Because they tried to come back. I can't keep the day straight. They tried to come back Thursday?
They tried to come back
Last Thursday.
Yes, Thursday.
And then you wouldn't.
And then I was going to come back Friday.
Right.
And then their flight got canceled. Mine was still on for like 5 minutes after that. And then they were going to fly out Friday. Then mine got canceled. My next flight wasn't until yesterday.
Right.
Spoiler, I made it. I'm here. But yeah, then their flight on Friday got canceled, and they had to do. They traveled around the country.
Yeah.
Through airports, of course, but they made it home.
They went from San Diego to New Orleans to Orlando to Norfolk.
Spent the night in Orlando and then to Norfolk. Got home, but they're home. We're all home.
And I guess Liam was a super traveler, so yeah that was fine. He's
a good guy.
He would wear the mask at times, but nobody gave them a hard time. There was nobody.
Well, he's still on the verge of that, but he did a good job with it. Yeah.
So that was cool. Hope you had a nice holiday. Hope your Christmas was nice. We had a very nice time here. We went to Kat and Josh's brand new house and celebrated Christmas. I have to show you what I bought. Well, Trish. Right?
Yeah.
I have to show you what I bought Trish because I think I teased this before Christmas that I was worried it wasn't going to come in until the 27th.
And we didn't say it because we didn't know if she was going to hear it.
Yeah.
But here it is.
Check this out.
Boom.
Charlie Jammies.
And just right on cue, he's scratching himself and his collar is going crazy.
He's looking at us from the other side of the room. What?
Yeah.
Jimmy's? What?
He's our live studio audience today. He's actually interested in what we're talking about. Probably because it's about himself. Selfish.
So, I bought her Charlie Jammies, so she just loved those.
They are pretty epic.
And then Matt came up with this idea. I didn't even think of this. I was surprised. He bought Charlie a car seat.
It's a little booster seat.
Goes right there in the console of the truck.
But it's mainly, and you might think this is sad, that I bought the dog a car seat. But hear me out. He sits on the console, and he's falling all over the place. He's
Yeah.
a small dog. It's a decent-sized truck. He's falling all over the
If you
place.
take an exit ramp, he's like, "Whoa."
So I was like, sooner or later, this dude's going to, like, fly right out the window if Trish takes a crazy Batman turn. So yeah, he's got a little booster seat now.
Yeah.
And he fits perfectly in it. He can lay down and get comfortable.
We'll have to see how he does with it on one of those long car rides. But,
Yeah, he picked me up at the airport yesterday with Trish, and
he was riding in his car
he was
seat.
riding in it
All right.
until I got in the car, and then he was too excited, and he sat.
Was
in my
he
lap
happy
the
to
whole
say,
way.
yo?
Yeah.
He kept going into your room.
Well, it's because
Like every night or so, he'd be like,
he was probably just looking for food. I don't think it was any sort of missing me, right, Charles?
"Where's my friend Matt?"
Yeah, he's looking
Where's
for
my
food,
friend Matt?
looking for goldfish.
Our friend Dean DeVore from AccuWeather had a great New Year's Day. Well, maybe not. He was at the Outback Bowl in Tampa, I think. And there he is on the field there. He's the stadium announcer for Penn State, and Penn State was playing Arkansas. Unfortunately, they lost 24-10. But Dean was right there announcing for the Penn State Blue Band.
That's pretty cool
That must be wild, huh? To be on a...
for a bowl game.
That's on my bucket list, to go to a college football game, like a Notre Dame or an Ohio State, I just can't imagine being in that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Probably not safe right now, but yeah. Welcome to Monday. It is January 10th. It's National Bittersweet Chocolate Day. It's also National Cut Your Energy Cost Day, National Save the Eagles Day, and National Clean Off Your Desk Day. Start the new year with a nice clean desk.
Is the Eagles Day for the bird or for the team?
Yeah, how is the team? Did they make the...
They
didn't.
They did. They're facing the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Buccaneers. Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk football in just a minute. You might have noticed something's back.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay. On the date book today for this day in 1956, Elvis Presley recorded Heartbreak Hotel. On this day in 1967, PBS began as a 70-station network. On this day in 1982, it was the NFC Championship game at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. That's where the 49ers beat the Cowboys 28-27. You might remember something called the catch. This is Dwight Clark making a fingertip catch for a touchdown from Joe Montana. San Francisco went on to win the Super Bowl. Guys make catches like that all the time now, though, don't they?
They do make some crazy catches.
I wonder if it would be that big of a thing if that happened today,
Probably. I mean, that still looks pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's still up there with, like, the crazy catches of today, I feel like.
Have you ever seen that one, looking back at NFL movies?
I must have. But yeah, that I'm like the Browns. The Browns had a catch like that this past weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something similar.
And one other note, The Sopranos debuted on HBO on this day in 1999. Celebrity birthdays, Rod Stewart is 77. George Foreman is 73. Don't step on your George Foreman grill, right, this morning?
I don't think you've watched The Office enough to make that joke.
True.
But thanks for trying.
Yeah, I may not be qualified.
You've only seen the series once, so.
That's true. And I've gone back and seen odds and ends, but I mean, to actually watch it all the way through.
That doesn't really count in these parts.
Pat Benatar is 69 and Jared Kushner is 41. So, what's happening in the chats? I see people here. There were actually some folks here before we get started.
People returned.
Nice.
He's always worried no one's going to come back. He's like, that's it. That's the end.
Yeah.
People are going to forget that this exists. I was like, Dad, it's the internet. We won't let them forget.
I think it was a Jay Leno fear. Jay Leno, I think, hardly took time off because he was afraid if I'm not here, they'll fill in somebody else.
So you think you're right up there with Jay Leno, huh?
Why not?
That's okay. That's bold. Anyways, Diane is here. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning.
Gail's here. Happy first show of the new year. Looking forward to hearing. And we're live. Well, there you go. You got to hear it twice now. Dane is here. Ta-da, Happy New Year, rocking the Boo Boo Bus. There we go. First show back, rocking the Boo Boo Bus. Love it. Let's see. Everyone's talking to each other. Love it. Gary's here. Good morning. Dana says, Pete, go to UMass Amherst game. Here we go.
Would that be as... I don't know if that would be as big as an Ohio State.
I literally have no idea.
Right. I mean, we're talking stadiums with 100,000 people.
In the area, Boston College is probably the biggest, right?
Yeah, probably. I would think so.
I don't know. UMass Amherst is crazy. They got some crazy kids over there.
Yeah, they
So
do.
I don't know how the football game will be, but there'll definitely be some people doing some stupid stuff in the stands. If that's
Probably,
if that's what you're looking for, I don't know.
Easily,
It's up to you. Miss Mary Jane's here. She said, "Welcome back." Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Val M says, "So glad you're back." Thank you.
Thank you, Val.
Diane says Nate went back to Cali on the 28th, Providence to Chicago, where he sat on the plane waiting to take off for an hour, then get to San Diego. That is my biggest. I mean, luckily it was only an hour, but like my biggest fear is like being stuck on the plane.
I hate it when that
for a crazy amount of time. Leave me in the gate. Like leave me in the airport if you're going to make me wait that long.
I feel so bad for people that are stuck on what do they call it? The tarmac.
The tarmac, yeah.
They're there for like 2-3 hours. You know,
it's like
Why don't you let them just back in.
Yeah, everyone's got to use the airplane bathroom, and it's like just keep me in the airport where there's, I don't know, a Starbucks and a bathroom. Okay,
I'll be all right.
And when we're ready, let me know, and we'll go.
I think Doug was explaining to me. My son Doug was explaining that one of the issues is not so much your plane can't get out, but for instance, if Nate was connecting in Chicago, there's a possibility that the plane that he was going to get in Chicago can't get to Chicago from wherever it is, you know? So
yeah, but wouldn't you just be stuck in Chicago at that point? I don't think you'd be stuck on the plane.
Yeah, I guess you would. That's right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, last thing Gail said, I also read that it's National Houseplant Day. Well, shout out to the houseplants.
National Houseplant Day. All right.
We got plenty in this house, that's for sure. Some would say too many.
Yes.
Anyways.
That would be you that says too many.
Yes, that would be me.
I did hear from Abby before the show. She sent me a message saying that she is going to be working this morning in Vermont, so she wouldn't be able to say happy birthday to Sydney McAllister, her sister, and our niece, your cousin. Anyway, happy birthday to Sydney, and that's from the whole family.
Yeah, happy birthday.
From your husband and kiddos. So, yeah, probably cold up in Vermont today. We've got some bitter cold weather coming here.
And you have complained about it.
Before
it even started. You started complaining about it yesterday.
By the way, I am trying something new today.
Oh, okay.
I haven't told them about this. Something on TikTok last night said 4 things to strive for this week.
Great. I'm glad it came from TikTok.
Yes.
Perfect.
So it has to be true.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But the one thing was, try not to complain for an entire week.
Mm-hmm. So you just
I'm doing it. I didn't complain it was going to be cold. I said it's going to be
cold today.
It's going to be cold.
We'll see, people. I'll let you know. He has to take Charlie out after the show, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's talk football here.
Let's do it. Let's talk football. Yeah. Except for we will not be taking any questions about the Patriots game. Thank you. Good night.
This house gets so quiet when the Pats, especially, lose to the Dolphins. Well, I shouldn't say quiet because you guys like, no, God, no.
But they toy with my heart. The Patriots do. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you didn't go through the hungry years of the Red Sox to really, I mean, you want to talk about a team that toys with your heart. It was the pre-2004 Red Sox.
That is tough. I am gonna, what's the saying? I'm gonna cry in my Lamborghini real quick. I've grown up with a dynasty Patriots team.
Yes.
So I'm not a fan of losing
there you go.
when it comes to the Patriots. I'm not used to it. So all of you just need to let me be angry.
Okay.
But we're in the playoffs, and I'm not going to be like, I'm going to throw him under the bus. Kat's fiance is just like mailing it in. He's like, all right, so a 1 week playoff.
1 week playoff.
I'm like, how dare you?
We'll be done by next week.
How dare you? But yeah.
Well, they are playing Buffalo. I got the playoff schedule. All right. Yeah. So the schedule now, it starts next Saturday. The Raiders will be at Cincinnati at 4:30 on NBC, followed by the Patriots in Buffalo at 8:15 Saturday night on CBS. Sunday, we've got the Eagles at Tampa Bay, 1 o'clock on Fox. Then the 49ers at the Cowboys at 4:40 on CBS. Pittsburgh at Kansas City, Sunday night, 8:15 NBC. And then Monday night, a week from tonight, the Arizona Cardinals will be at the Rams, 8:15 on ESPN and ABC.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Yeah.
If the Patriots win. I know Mary Lou's a Bills fan, so.
Oh, that's right.
This will be an interesting week.
Be a week to talk some trash.
The last thing I'll say is I just don't think the Patriots are playing up to their potential. Like, we've seen a better Patriots team,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're not seeing it now. That's why I'm upset.
I was wondering-
Last year, we were straight up trash.
Yeah.
I was, you're obviously disappointed when your team's trash, but you don't get that angry, I feel like. You get to a point, like, you look at the Lions. Did you see the Lions beat the Packers? They were the happiest team in the NFL yesterday.
Of course.
And they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They didn't even get the first-round pick.
But they got that
That's
win.
the only benefit of being a sucky team in the NFL. You might get the first-round pick. They didn't even get it, the first overall pick.
And Miami yesterday, I know we don't want to talk about that game, but Miami had nothing to gain from that.
See, I'm not mad at that, though. Some people were saying that. Like,
But they are division rivals.
What are you doing? But, you don't even need to win. Why would you do that? Because if the only thing you can do in your season is hurt another team, why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at that. Like, I know some people were mad that the Cowboys played their starters against the Eagles. So I know they were upset about that, but I don't know.
Hey.
I don't get mad at that. They got to play for something.
Right.
Yeah. You would hope. Like, the Jaguars literally just needed to lose to get the first-round pick. They decided not to.
Yeah.
They eliminated the Colts, and they still got the first overall pick because the Lions also won.
Right.
So I'm not mad at that.
It was
I
a
just
crazy year.
that 7-game winning streak, we were almost flawless, and we're not playing like that.
I
so.
was wondering last night, what has happened to the defense?
I think, yeah, the
Because they were
defense annoys
lights
me.
out.
Yeah, the defense annoys me. With Mac Jones, he's just kind of showing a little bit of his rookie features.
Right.
And I think Bill kept them hidden for a while, and now they've kind of squeaked out a little bit. But I'm hoping they'll tighten it up, and because he was making some great passes yesterday. So there's still a lot to look forward to.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with football?
Oh, yeah, maybe a couple things.
Oh, okay.
Fantasy football champion, Matt.
It's back, and it's probably going to sit there for the whole year.
Nah, maybe not the whole year.
Okay.
We don't really have a decoration that goes there. The gnome is too short. We need like a big decoration behind it. As of
notice-
now, it's just the trophy.
Did you notice our new gnome?
Yeah, we do have a
This is our January gnome.
winter gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to take the Christmas decorations down. Mom was not happy about that.
Yeah, she gets bummed when that happens. I see you trying to move away from this fantasy football thing instead of giving it the platform it deserves.
What kind of platform? For the first time, we have a repeat champion
Back to
in our
back.
league.
Back to
Back-to-back
back.
winner, man. There he is.
Come on.
Yeah.
My nameplate's not in yet, so that'll be another feature on the show.
Did you know that there's a nameplate on there
Yes.
for whoever wins?
It's on the side.
Oh, you're going to turn it.
Yeah, can you guys see it? The winners.
Who else has won it? Stevens won it.
Steven
and
won the
Kat.
first time we had a trophy.
Right.
And then Kat won. And then someone named Matt won last year. And then someone named Matt, the same guy. won
back
this
to
year.
back.
Yeah.
Back to back.
But that's not all. I don't think we're done talking about
no, we're
football.
not done?
I don't think we're done talking about Matt's success when it comes to football.
I don't know. What?
Football picks, baby.
Oh.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
I needed to pick up 3 games this weekend. So I tried. I went with the Eagles over the Cowboys.
Yeah, let me see. I got them here. You picked some different games to try and
I
catch
tried.
up.
I tried.
You picked the Eagles. You picked, what else here? You picked the Bears over the Vikings. That didn't go your way.
It was close, though.
It was. You picked the Ravens over the Steelers. That didn't go your way. You got a couple. You got the Dolphins over me, obviously. You got last night's game, the Raiders over the Chargers. So you got a couple. You just didn't. You didn't make it. You
I
were
just noticed you gave yourself a crown.
yeah. So, someone needed to identify the winner. So
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
I'm just proud I didn't hit 100 losses. I think that's kind
So
of cool.
congratulations.
Thanks. Quiet. I love it. I'm the one that controls the applause.
Should I also point out that I did hit 100 losses?
103. to be
103.
exact. Yeah.
Yes,
So I
yes.
believe that means you owe me Chipotle.
Yep.
I'll
that's
be
what we
ordering
decided.
4 burritos.
4 burritos?
We'll see. We'll see how I'm
Yikes.
feeling.
What happened last night? You said you're tired this morning because you watched a great game, and they almost tied.
One of the best football games, I think. One of the craziest football games. I'll use that adjective
Okay.
because for those of you that don't know, the Steelers won against the Ravens, so they were in the playoffs unless there was a tie last night.
Yeah,
there
only-
couldn't be a tie. Either team could win, but there couldn't be a tie.
And when they announced that in the afternoon, we thought, well, what are the chances of that? That's not going to happen.
And as the game progressed, crazy game, like lead changes all over the place. Both quarterbacks played out of their minds phenomenally. They each scored. I think it was like 37 to 34 or something. High scoring like that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But at the end of the game, the Chargers drove downfield, a 7-minute drive, drove downfield, converted on, I think it was like 5 fourth downs on the drive. Ridiculous. And scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point, tied it, and it was going to overtime.
Wow.
And at that point, the reason it was crazy is because theoretically both teams could just kneel it and make the playoffs. If they ended in a tie, both teams made the playoffs.
And Pittsburgh wouldn't.
Pittsburgh wouldn't.
Right.
And so they weren't, though. They drove downfield. Las Vegas got the ball first, the Raiders. They kicked a field goal. The Chargers got the ball, went downfield, kicked a field goal. So it was tied again.
Tied again, yeah.
Only like 2 minutes left. So again, you could just kneel it and make it in. And the Raiders were running the ball. So like they weren't really trying to keep the clock going or keep the clock, stop, trying to score a touchdown or anything. But they broke away on some runs and made it into field goal range and kicked a field goal. They won. So the Steelers did make the playoffs.
Came that close, huh?
It was crazy. Crazy game. I was up way too late last night.
All right, we'll move on this morning. I see that Abby did make it into the chat to say good morning, welcome back. So
thank you.
Yeah, she's working this morning. She has to do a lot of outside testing too. So
real quick, Dana and Abby are asking about the new radio.
Oh.
He's had that for a while.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know how long I've had that.
I don't know who. I think Trish. Did Trish get it for you?
I think she did.
Yeah, because that was a while ago.
Yeah, for a gift.
The decorations swap out. I don't know if you've noticed, but things with different holidays and stuff, different spaces open up at times.
We change some things.
We had a space, and I was like, any ideas? And randomly, I forgot about that radio because it's up on a shelf like way over there. And randomly, he's laying on the couch. He's like, what about the old radio? And I was like, you know what? Every now and then, this guy comes up with a good idea. I don't know where it comes from, but
divine intervention.
But there it is. It does work. It does function as well.
Oh, just one other football note this morning. That is the Washington football team will announce its new name and unveil a new logo on the Today Show February 2nd. In September, they announced the final 8 names in consideration, including the one we liked, right? The Armada. The Washington Armada.
It's got to be Armada, right?
The team announced in August that the search was down to 3 finalists, but did not say which names made the final cut. Washington received more than 40,000 submissions from fans with ideas about what the new name should be. The team does plan to keep its burgundy and gold colors, though. We'd have to.
Which is good. That's how I identify the Washington football team.
In the news this morning, sad to hear yesterday, comedian Bob Saget, who played Danny Tanner on the sitcom Full House, was found dead at the age of 65. He passed away at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando. Saget's cause of death was not immediately clear. Detectives found no signs of foul play or drug use in the case. Saget's reported death comes as he was on his I Don't Do Negative comedy tour, with his most recent stop being Saturday night in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. The comedian is survived by his wife, Kelly, and their 3 children. Of course, along with the rest of the world, we were sad to see Betty White die just a little more than 2 weeks away from her 100th birthday. There is a movement to donate money to animal shelters. I saw this on Facebook just after her death, and I thought, what a great idea. Next Monday, which would have been her 100th birthday, pick a local animal shelter in your area, and just, if you can, donate $5 or donate more in Betty White's name. That way we'll make her birthday the movement she deserves, huh?
I did see something that said she lived through, I don't remember how many leap years, but she lived through so many leap years that technically we should add those days on and give her that 100 landmark.
Why not?
I think we should.
Why not?
Landmark, milestone, whatever. Insert the proper word.
Okay, please
Rest in peace, Betty.
Yes. The phrases, wait, what? And no worries are now on a list of banished words for 2022, published by Michigan University. Lake Superior State University has listed 10 word phrases that it deemed misused, overused, or useless for 2022. Wait, what? Top that list because officials noted that the 2 4-letter words should not go together under any circumstances.
I personally love the combination.
Do you?
When someone tells you something crazy and you're like,
wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, you give it a little pause there.
Yeah. Or I'm also a fan of, wait a minute. Huh? Same, same meaning there,
pretty much.
but a little bit better.
Other phrases included new normal, you're on mute, asking for a friend, supply chain, at the end of the day, that being said, circle back, and deep dive. I got to agree with some of those.
So this is just like a joking thing because
they've been doing this.
You're on mute. I mean, it's not our fault that you over there, Deborah, don't know how to unmute yourself, and you're talking. You're making a great point very passionately, and you're like, it's like, Deborah, we can't hear you.
The university has published this list since 1976, citing the need to uphold, protect, and support excellence in language.
Of all things that we need to aim to do, I don't think that's at the top of the list.
You don't think so?
No. I think maybe like saving the planet, maybe.
It might be
more important than not letting me say, wait, what?
Wait, what?
But that's just me. I don't know.
Still to come, you haven't missed it, the Stumpa coming up in just a few minutes.
Stumpa.
KFC will add Beyond Meat's plant-based chicken to its menus nationwide, starting today for a limited time only. The launch comes after years of testing from the chain and the company Beyond Meat to create a meat substitute that mimicked the taste and texture of real chicken. The two companies first tested plant-based chicken at an Atlanta restaurant in 2019 and sold out their limited supply in less than 5 hours. KFC then tested it in a few other cities a few years ago. Beyond Fried Chicken can be ordered in a combo meal that includes a medium drink and fries a la carte in 6 or 12-piece portions. Prices vary based on location.
Hear me out though. They're like if you don't eat meat, we got you, but only for a limited time. After that, screw you, back to chicken.
Good point.
Why is it? I mean, they're probably testing it. But but still, I don't know.
It should be noted, though, that Beyond Fried Chicken is cooked in the same fryer as their meat products. So the chain cannot guarantee that there is no cross-contamination.
That seems pointless at that.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A quick 10-minute run may be all you need to boost your mood and think more quickly.
I'll be right back.
Scientists say 10 minutes of moderate intensity running each day increases blood flow to the part of the brain that regulates our mood and ability to carry out complex mental tasks. There you go, 10 minutes.
All right.
And for the 5th year in a row, the Mediterranean diet was first across the finish line in the annual race for best diet, according to U.S. News and World Report. Coming in a close second in a tie, the DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension and emphasizes reducing salt intakes, and the flexitarian diet, which encourages being a vegetarian most of the time, but is flexible enough to allow for a burger once in a while. All three of these diets reduce or eliminate processed foods and stress packing your plate with fruits, vegetables, beans, lentils, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. I read somewhere this while we were on the break that any diet that has a name is no good. You know, you should just be eating good. You should just be eating good food, and if you're trying to lose weight, eat less, move more.
Yeah, but
right?
I think the kind of point of the diet, and granted, it's turned into like a fad thing, but I think the point of it is for people that don't really know. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of like what's good and what's bad. So if you're following a diet, it's like you have a guide as to what to eat. I think it has turned into a fad thing.
Oh, definitely.
Where obviously it's not just that, but I think that's where it came from. So like it's hard to just eat right. But what if you don't know how to eat right?
What if you don't know?
It's a lot harder than it seems. Yeah.
Oh, I did have one more story. There is a new viral TikTok trend. Isn't there always? This one involves taping raw potatoes to your face to treat acne.
And that's the end right there. That's the end of
civilization as we know it.
We're out. Yeah. Everyone's going to walk around with potatoes on their face. I will not.
People tape the potato head to their tape the potato, to their head overnight. What's the science? Well, potatoes have a high salicylic acid content, which is an ingredient found in many acne-treating cleanses. By the way, they do say putting a potato on your face probably is not going to hurt, but it most likely won't work. Well, some people say it will.
Just explain to me how you sleep knowing that there's a potato taped to your face.
How does that...
Also, what about folks like me that sleep on their stomach? So, like, my face is, I got my face on my pillow. Do I need a pillow cut out for my potato? I don't. That's business opportunity. I'm going to make potato pillows.
There you go.
Yeah.
Put it on Amazon. You'll be fine.
Yep.
All right. Shall we get to the Stumpa?
I think we shall. That's what the people want.
It is Stumpa time.
Stumpa time. And new Stumpa graphics.
Oh, yes. Look at this.
A little tease of the question there.
Today's question is, surprisingly, 3% of Americans don't like this. What is this? All right. 3% of Americans don't like this. So what is this?
And we do have recent winners on the screen. So
yes,
those are the past 5 winners. I didn't make them up. Mia and hubby is number 3. That's my favorite. Mia plus hubby.
Plus hubby, yes.
But yeah, no. So if you win, you make the list.
Now, can they make the list again? Like, is it okay for Abby to try to play?
If Abby won the next 4, she would be on the list 5 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the last 5 winners.
And then what we were thinking of is maybe we'll keep track of that.
No, we will.
We'll keep track of that. And then...
that was also Mia's idea.
Oh, was it Mia's idea?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I took that idea.
Okay.
I got a spreadsheet. Accounting people, only good for making spreadsheets. But
now, see... We do listen to you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Mia's idea. So we're going to keep track of the winners, and after, I don't know, every couple of months or whatever, we'll select somebody's name or the person that's won the most and give them some merch or something.
What are you, a fabulous radio prize?
That's right.
So whatever.
I used to say
we'll call it
fabulous.
A fabulous podcast prize.
And the reason I did that was because there were days when I never knew what we had to give away. So it was always your chance to win a fabulous radio prize.
You'll probably end up getting a better prize from us than you ever did on that radio show.
Probably.
Yeah, because now we're not just scraping through a bin in the back. We got a shirt from Denny's. Can we give away a shirt from Denny's? Sure. We said radio prize. That works.
That works.
Someone just slap a sticker on it. Make it, I don't know, make it somewhat of a radio thing.
Speaking of stickers, has anybody noticed?
Oh, yeah. He's very proud of that.
Give him a little sticker in there.
Yeah. And you can get those stickers at blah, 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 blah. I'm just kidding. Let's see. While we're getting some answers in, we do have some chats I want to get to. Dana says, why doesn't Buffalo have a bye week? Because they don't deserve one, okay? No. The real reason is because the NFL this year, they changed it. 3 wildcard teams now, so only 1 bye.
Yeah, whoever's the top seed in the league. So is it the...
It's the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, that's right.
Which... No one in the AFC really deserved it, but they got it. So,
hey,
whatever.
More power to them. Right?
The Patriots yesterday could have ended in 2nd place in the AFC. Or no, at the beginning of this week, we could have ended up in 1st place in the AFC, or I think it was like 8th place. That's how wild the AFC was this year. But anyways.
Dana's been texting me for the past couple of weeks saying, all right, I don't understand this. So if the Patriots win and the Dolphins lose and it's Thursday, that means you're number 1.
Yeah, we were all over the place yesterday. Like, wait a minute, what does that mean? Well, 7 teams need to lose in order for the Lions to make it. No, I was just kidding. They had no chance. Anyways, Stumpa time.
Stumpa, all right.
Stumpa time.
So think about it. Surprisingly, 3% of Americans don't like this. So that means 97% of people do.
What's it going to be?
Yeah,
what's it going to be? Gary says, cold weather.
No, there's not cold weather.
I forgot what the answer was, but I remember it now. Justin says, maple syrup?
No.
For a second, he didn't have Stumpa in front of it. I was like, wait, is that an answer to this question? I was like, yeah, no, that does make sense. Okay. Dana says, potato salad.
No.
That's not it, but I'm giving you a ding because...
For creativity.
Yes, creativity and comedy. Anyways, Gail says peanut butter.
Peanut butter, nope.
Good guess. Good guess.
Yep.
3%. That's a good guess. Right. Diane says Steve. But again... You get a ding for creativity. Mia says flying on a plane.
Oh, no, that's not it.
That would probably be higher. A lot of people don't like flying on planes.
Yeah. And what is it? Yesterday, the other day, Sarah said Kat, our other daughter, Kat should never fly into Denver.
Yeah, Kat doesn't like flying in turbulence and stuff.
I guess on their first flight out to San Diego, they had to change planes in Denver.
Yeah.
And Sarah's husband, who's an aviation
He's a
traffic controller.
air traffic controller.
Air traffic controller. He says it's always like that in Denver. You just have to.
Well, you got to get over the mountains.
Yep.
Get over the mountains and get down real quick.
Yep.
So Sarah was saying it was like very, like that roller coaster feeling times 1,000. So I like flying. So I feel like I wouldn't mind. I'll go to Denver. Let's go to Denver.
Check it out.
Let's see. Gary says 3% of Americans don't like the summer.
No. The summer.
Pretty good guess.
Yeah, there's people that don't. They don't like
There's a lot of people that like the fall, though. I think the fall gives other seasons a run for their money.
Yeah. Yeah, it could.
Hold on, silent for a second. Garbage truck.
Garbage truck.
Yes.
Monday.
We're back. We're officially back, folks. Us and the garbage truck. Justin says 3% of Americans don't like Betty White.
No.
No, 100% of Americans love Betty White. Even if you don't have any reason to.
Wasn't
You
there?
love Betty White.
And when you read that news, wherever you were last week or the week before, wasn't it just like a, It was a nationwide, And then someone said, God save, I lost her name.
Oh, no.
Sound of Music.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah. God save Julie Andrews,
How did I know that and you didn't? Shame on you.
I just
Shame on
blanked
you.
out. Okay, shame on me.
I want to
Shame.
watch Sound of Music now. I did skip over Kat's answer. I apologize.
Yeah.
Tunnels and bridges?
No.
No. I feel like that would be higher, too. I feel like that's a pretty big phobia people have. Tunnels and bridges.
I know a few, yeah.
Gail says, Gail, we're getting political here. 3% of Americans don't like flying the flag.
No, that's not
Absolutely not.
it. No.
It's funny now with what the answer is compared to that answer. It shows how wide of a range the answers that we're getting.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Take that as a hint if you want. That doesn't help you at all. Lori says swimming.
Swimming? No.
Nope.
Not swimming.
Abby says
Yes.
3% of Americans don't like spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti meatballs is right.
How did you get that?
Yes. I was sitting here saying we're going to have a clue.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like,
have to-
I mean, shout out to Abby first off. Congrats. And you'll be a back-to-back winner,
That's it. Yeah.
which is impressive. But that's what I was saying. Like Gail had flying the flag, which is a pretty good answer, I think. But the answer was spaghetti. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
so far away.
Way all over the place.
Wow.
What? Didn't even need a hint. What is up? How? Explain the logic that you were thinking. That's crazy.
3% of Americans don't like spaghetti, including you, right? You're not a big fan.
So here's the thing. I don't hate spaghetti like I hate potato salad. Potato salad is gross. I don't want to eat. I have no desire to eat potato salad.
we've
Nasty.
learned, yeah.
Disgusting. Spaghetti is like we had it so much as kids. Like that was a once a week meal
Yeah,
because
it was.
when mom was working, excuse me, I would like to formally apologize for that. When Trish was
My
working,
name's not Trish.
you would be the one cooking. You weren't a great cook
At
back
that
then.
time, I wasn't doing anything.
So we would have spaghetti and meatballs on Monday and some form of fried chicken dish
Chicken
Wednesday.
nuggets or
chicken
yeah.
patties,
Yeah.
maybe hot dogs. If you were really feeling like a chef.
Yes, right.
But yeah, so I think I had it so much as a kid that now I don't crave it. But if we have it, I'll eat it. I don't mind spaghetti. I don't crave spaghetti. Real quick though, Val M throwing shots at Justin. I mean, probably well deserved because he said Betty White. She said 3% of Americans don't like Justin.
Whoa.
I'm gonna mark that as correct. No, but congrats to Abby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nice move. All right, today's fascinating facts. Each year, 16 million thunderstorms happen around the world. And at any given moment, there are about 2,000 thunderstorms in progress. Right now, there are 2,000 thunderstorms.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, with like the oceans and stuff. Like with the amount of like area that the oceans cover, there's a lot of storms that we
Never
don't
hear
see.
about. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Story about road conditions came out while we were away. The states that have the worst road conditions, according to Consumer Affairs. This is based on road conditions, motor crash fatalities, the amount spent per mile of road. Who has the worst? Massachusetts comes in fifth.
Okay.
We've got some lousy roads.
I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. California's fourth. Wisconsin is third. Here's one that surprised me. Hawaii is number 2. Now, why would Hawaii have terrible roads?
Well, I wonder if they consider, because doesn't Hawaii have a lot of like dirt roads, stuff like that?
Yeah, winding roads.
Once you're getting off the main roads and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're considering.
Because I thought most of these would be like in cold weather places.
I thought they were all going to be Massachusetts.
Number one, Gary, do you agree? Rhode Island. The number one state for the worst road conditions, Rhode Island.
I don't know if this is true at all, but I feel like everyone that lives in a certain state will say their state, right?
Yeah, probably.
Like if you live in Kansas, you're probably like, Kansas has
Kansas
the worst.
horrible.
There's one street down the road that has a massive pothole. We have the worst roads. Like that's me with Massachusetts. I'm like, look, I wouldn't even be surprised if we weren't on the list.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, our roads are terrible.
Yes, they're the worst.
Anyways.
Can you relate to this? There's a survey that finds most adults actually have full-on conversations with items around the house that can't talk back. The poll of 2,000 adults finds over half routinely chat with inanimate objects at home. Another 60% say they will often have entire two-way conversations with their pets. I'm going to pause here to say, a two-way conversation? So is this Charlie talking back to me when I talk to him?
Well, Trish claims that he understands her, like, which I obviously would like, sit and stay and stuff.
Sure.
But Trish will, I don't know, be talking about the Patriots, and she's like, "Yeah, Charlie gets it. He really gets me.
He gets
I'm like,
me. Yeah.
Does he though?
Does he
I mean,
really?
He's still a dog.
Yeah.
So
The survey also finds 44% of adults frequently talk with their houseplants. Within that group, 4 in 10 usually ask their plants if they're thirsty. Are you thirsty today? We'll have a little drink.
Okay.
Over a quarter have lashed out verbally at an object or appliance for failing to do its job.
Yeah, I could see that, right?
Yeah.
Probably, I would think. Also, if you stub your toe, you're probably yelling at that brick or whatever it was.
People often shout at their TV. Well, we shout at the game, right?
I shout at, Joe Buck.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 24%, let's see. People also yell at their coffee maker for failing to turn on. Of course, maybe you forgot to set it last
I was
night.
going to say, I don't think the Keurig has ever caused me to yell at the Keurig.
Yeah. 24% admit that they've yelled at their alarm clock to shut up. Probably.
I don't know. I yell at you to shut up when you wake me up. So I guess that would be the same.
Meanwhile, close to 20% have pleaded with their car to keep going while it's low on fuel. Come on, baby, you can make it. Over 10% have verbally thanked an ATM for dispensing their cash.
I'm not even mad at that one. That's just good manners.
More respondents have been caught mid-conversation by another human being. As many as 6 in 10 have been exposed while talking to an object. Over half of those situations ended up in laughter. I mean, what else can you do, right? If somebody catches you doing that. About 6 in 10 adults do admit they talk with their plants on a weekly basis. Another 8% talk to their plants every day.
But again, is that like just the thirsty thing? Or like, are you just straight up like, hey, how's your day today? Like, I had a tough day at work. What about you, Mr. Ficus? Like, is it legitimate conversations or... The thirsty thing, I guess.
Yeah,
it's still kind of weird, but I guess that makes sense.
I get that, but I think there's also stuff like, "Oh, you're looking beautiful today.
Or like,
you look so beautiful.
Your leaves are drooping a little bit. Are you okay? Do you need to see somebody? I'll get you a therapist." I don't get it.
Close to 40% believe that these pep talks help their plants grow, while 37% report feeling happier themselves after speaking with their shrubs.
I actually read something interesting on this place called the Internet.
I've heard about that.
It's obviously true.
Yeah.
It's something about how there's like different dimensions of sound or frequencies of sound that we can't, as humans, hear and understand.
Right.
That could be emitted from like I don't know if this was factual, if they had any proof of this, but they were saying like plants emit like a really high screech when you like cut their stems.
I've heard that.
So like technically, are they talking back? Can things talk back to you?
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
I just saw someone walk by out that window, so I'm just waiting for Charlie to bark.
Oh, Charlie's.
It's only a matter of time until they get to his window.
Yeah.
So this is going to be great. So I warned you all. Let's see what happens.
We haven't. What we have, like a 10-day break or something like that?
Oh no, it was longer than that.
Longer than that.
Last show was the 23rd of December.
Yeah, Charlie's now angling over to see whoever is walking.
Oh, I heard
by.
a slight growl.
Oh, slight growl. Yeah. Moving on to today's relationship story. Let's see if I get interrupted or not. Who pays the bills on the first date is a debate that has been argued for years. Most people have long said goodbye to traditions like men always having to pay, but one single woman claims it is still the best way. Her name is Jenna Hocking. She is a radio producer in Australia who often talks about dating, and she revealed that one of her biggest deal breakers on a date is who foots the bill. In a recent column, the 36-year-old recalled occasions that she's gone out with lovely guys, but if they haven't offered to pay for the bill, she is instantly turned off. Jana said, I clearly remember being on a date with a guy I thought I might quite like, but when he really stared at my purse as the bill came and wouldn't reach for his own wallet until I had placed my card on the bill tray first, it left a bad taste in my mouth. She thought, would he always be like this, counting his pennies? She explained that men who were more assertive and instantly reached for their wallet at the end of a date proved that they were willing to invest. Jana says women look to men to be providers because it's basically in their DNA. She also pointed out that many ladies earn less money due to the gender wage gap. Therefore, it makes sense for men to spoil them on their dates. She does have one exception to this rule, though. She says it's acceptable to split the bill if you know there is no interest in a second date.
I feel like that's awkward, though. Like, do you both know that there's no future in a second date, or is that how the other person's finding out? Like,
good point.
Hey, let's be honest. This ain't going nowhere, so why don't we split it right
Yeah.
now? That's wow.
You want to just split this and we'll leave?
If you have the confidence to do that, wow. Couldn't be me.
So, I asked this question yesterday. Josh and Kat were over. We were watching football. And I asked this question yesterday, and Josh said, I think it's just always been the guy picks up the...
See, but here's the thing. It's like that, in the beginning. But then after that, I don't know. Once things get serious, you kind of go back and forth,
I would think so,
with
yeah.
things. Or at least in my experience, I feel like it's kind of like that. Or especially, like if you and Trish go out to eat, you guys are married. You've been married for like 85 years.
We have a joint account.
All money is pretty much linked at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I guess in the beginning. I don't know.
I don't know. I've been out of the whole dating thing for, what'd you say, 85 years?
Yeah.
So, I have no idea. But, I'm thinking back, I probably picked up the bill on the first date.
Here's the rule of thumb. I think both people should attempt to pay. Like, both people should come out the cut, like, waiting for that check. Like, no, I got it. You should both be doing that. Just common courtesy.
Okay.
Both try.
Yeah.
It's when you don't try, it's like, so you thought you were getting a meal for free, huh? At that point, like, I don't mind paying. You want me to pay? I'm like too nice where, like, even if I don't have the money, I'll be like, hey, I got you. Like, I'll pay for you 100%. Take out like a credit card. Like, I will take on debt to do this one favor for you. Very bad habit to have, but
there's also some that think whoever invited the person out to eat is the one that should pay.
That's another good point. Yeah.
Like if she invited him, she should pay. And then he gets the next one. It goes back and forth like that.
I think both people should put the dukes up and both try and pay. It should be a fight of kindness. I think every date should go that way. I don't even know who wins. I don't even care who wins. Guy, girl, whatever.
And a lot of times
doesn't matter. I think it should be like a full-on kindness boxing match.
There you go.
Fight to the death to see who gets to pay.
Rumble!
Because I think those are the best is when both people are like, no, I'm paying. And the other person's like, psych, I'm paying.
I'm paying.
And then you spend 45 minutes and everybody hates you because you haven't paid yet. I think that's what it should be every time.
Or, if one person is paying for the meal, then many times I've offered, well, then let me get the tip. You know what I mean?
True. It's another good point.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just be fair. Just be nice.
Just be
Who
nice.
cares?
Can't we all get
don't,
along?
Just don't sit there staring at the other person like, let's see it. Let's see it. Just don't do that.
I like that.
Then there won't be a second date, so you'll be splitting the check anyways. Anyways, back to you.
Any thoughts on that? Or I see we have some
Let's
talk
see.
in the chat.
Abby says we play the fun back to the road thing. She says we play the fun game of am I on the road up here in Vermont? All the roads suck and the snow is everywhere. I was so mad. You guys got a good snowstorm here in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
I like the snow.
We got like 7 or 8 inches.
I like the snow.
Friday.
I missed it. I was in Virginia. We got no snow. And I came home yesterday and it was already melted.
Yeah.
So
all melted
I got
away.
no snow and I'm a little upset about that.
So I said to Trish on Friday, I said, why don't we invest in a snowblower? You know, because we really don't have a big yard, but, you know, we got some time. And I can't do it. You guys don't let me outside. Like, I don't know, you're in till May now.
I don't say that. I'm like, hey, get out there, buddy. And Trisha's like, no.
So,
I'm like, the guy doesn't earn his keep.
You know, she goes out and does the. So I said to her the other day, I said, why don't we just get a snowblower? She says, I have one. He's in Virginia.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
that's me.
All right.
That's literally the only reason I'm here.
Yeah.
The second I become useless when it comes to landscaping and shoveling snow, I'm out of here. I'm getting kicked out. Yeah. Let's see. Dana says, why is it back and forth and why can't it be forth and back? Because that doesn't sound good.
That's true.
No, it's not
Well,
true. That doesn't sound good at
Yeah,
all.
but the first time.
Forth and back. That's just, you fumble over that.
The first time somebody said back and forth, maybe that sounded weird. Just
don't think
now, we all accept it.
Back and forth is just back and forth and back. I don't know. The beginning F sound
Doesn't flow?
Doesn't flow.
Gotcha.
Doesn't flow. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Val M says, I love fight of kindness. There we go. Just punch people in the face with nice things. And credit me with that quote unless you actually punch someone in the face, and I deny everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything does, yeah.
Yeah.
Time for today's random question, and our question today is, what song or songs can you instantly recognize just by the first few notes? You just hear that first note, first or second note, and darn, you know right away what it is. Some suggestions?
I don't know. Yeah, give me the suggestions.
Satisfaction by the Stones. I can't get no sound. You know, when they go, oh, I know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Stairway to Heaven. You hear the first guitar string of that, and you kind of know what that song is.
It's a good one.
So,
it's a good one.
are there any other ones that you can think of?
I don't know. It's hard to think off the top of your head. There's like ones you can think of, but then it's like, would you actually get it? I feel like a lot of the times we think so, and then if you played me that one note, I'd be like, I've heard it before. What is it? What is it though? Yeah.
We were on a Beatles kick with that Get Back documentary.
Yeah.
How about yesterday when you hear those first? It has like a 5-second intro. But
Yeah,
when
so
you hear
maybe
the
not
first guitar notes, ding, ding, ding,
By the
ding,
first
ding,
few
ding,
notes,
ding.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Probably.
Something to think about today. I don't know if anyone has any that you want to share in the chat.
I feel like Get Back, maybe. But that's probably just because I watched the documentary, so that's the song that's in my brain. But just like the doom, doom, doom.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some Fleetwood Mac songs I can think of. That what's the song that?
Well, clearly, you know,
Dreams.
You don't know it well enough.
Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. It starts with a drum. You know, it's like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything with like a distinct intro. There's different ways to intro a song, like drums, guitar, like anything, something with like the melody in that. You could probably hear it. If it's something basic, like you're probably not gonna. If it's like a swell of some kind, you're probably not gonna know.
Gary is saying September by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
That's cool. That little they just play. It's piano or keyboard, right? They just play chords.
I think
at the beginning
so.
of September.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Justin and Diane say Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah.
Kat says Don't Stop Believing. That's probably a good one.
True. Yeah.
Val M, Smoke on the Water.
Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom.
Diane says Sesame Street.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I've heard it plenty of times. Yeah.
Gail says, and of course, Messing with Time. I'm gonna have to disagree because the first technical notes are clock ticks, so I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Technically, I
I'll have
guess.
to fill that one up. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Thanks for the support. I expect you to listen to it every hour.
Every hour?
On the hour.
Okay. I'll put it on my Hunter Braley playlist.
Shake my head. Justin's a big Encanto fan. That's the new Disney animated
Oh, yes.
movie. He says, "We don't talk about Bruno." That's a song from there. He's a big fan of the soundtrack. It is a phenomenal movie. I suggest watching it. I feel like I need to rewatch it. The music is great. Written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Hamilton himself.
It's one of those animated Disney films that's really more for the...
Yeah, I got yelled at
for the
yesterday
parent.
because I accidentally said it was Pixar. I got yelled at by the Disney people in this house. It's not. It's
Did you
it's
really get yelled
It's
at?
Disney animation, not Pixar. So I got yelled at.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kat says Bluey, the Bluey theme song.
Oh, yes.
Hashtag Liam. She
Yep.
put. Yeah, it's another good one.
Liam loves that Bluey.
Yep.
So think about that. Let us know. We'll put it up on the socials, too,
Yeah.
later today. Time for a new feature, and that is a new feature called the Braley Bookshelf. I was thinking over the break, I was like, what is it that I want to do? I love to read, so maybe I should talk about that. So what I thought I'd do is I'll just let you know what I'm reading or an artist, rather author that I've discovered. I have recently discovered J.D. Robb. Priscilla introduced me to J.D. Robb. I asked her how she discovered her, and she said she just found it while wandering around the library one day. She loves to do that. She loves to do
Yeah, she goes missing every now and then. She's just at the library.
JD is actually Nora Roberts, who has over 220 romance novels. She uses the name JD Robb for the In Death series. There are 63 books in this series that I'm reading. 63 different murder mysteries, and they all have, I mean, they're like what? 350 pages long. So I'm just amazed that she has 220 romance novels and also has the time to do 63 other books.
I like the whole pen name thing. Like, it makes you wonder, because I was watching, or I was listening to something about Harry Potter, and they were just saying how, like, J.K. Rowling is known for writing Harry Potter. Like,
Yes.
how do you write something
else
as good? Like, you'll never reach that level again. So
Right.
like, how do you even try?
Yeah.
And so it makes you wonder, like, I wonder if she's released books under a different name.
that would make sense.
How would we know?
Because then if it doesn't reach that level, no one says, oh, she's lost it.
But then I always wonder, if something grows, if you do something anonymous and it grows to like mass, how do you sit there and you're like, that's me and nobody knows?
Could you do that? I don't think I could
wait.
I don't think I could.
I feel like that's a true testament of like being humble, is like you don't even want any sort of recognition. But I feel like I would explode. I'd be like, wow, no one knows that I did this.
The In Death series, it is a police series that's set in the mid 21st century. It starts in the year 2058. So they do have flying cars and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
fancy.
Yeah. The novel is centered around the New York City Police and Security Department. And Lieutenant Eve Dallas solves these cases with her husband Rourke. As I said, there are 63 books in this series, and she has so many other romantic books. She began writing this series in 1995, and she says it's not going to end as long as she desires to write. And she is 71 years old now.
I love it.
Isn't that wild? People talking about, cutting back and doing less, and she's like, no, I'm going to keep going. She's 71.
Diane says, to me, when an author has written over 100 or 200 certain genres, the plots just become repetitive, like Lifetime Christmas movies. See, well, first off, don't compare it to Hallmark, because I don't think anything is as repetitive as Hallmark Christmas movies. But yeah, I do wonder that, especially with murder mysteries, because we're talking books and TV shows. There's only so many ways to get murdered, right?
You would think, but they keep coming up with different ways.
Which concerns me a little bit.
Why?
These people are spending their free time thinking of ways in order to kill people. Fiction. It's not real.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, fiction.
But
Yeah.
doesn't that concern you slightly? They spend their time thinking of ways to kill people in a different way?
Well, Dana can probably relate to this story. I have known paramedics to sit around tables and discuss how to commit the perfect murder.
That's, again,
It
falls into the same umbrella of... It's they're not serious,
no,
but it's concerning.
Yeah,
But, I always feel that with like crime shows. I'm like, how have we not made the same shows over and over again?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm 3 books into this series. But I haven't noticed that repetitiveness yet.
Justin says, you've never watched 1,000 Ways to Die, Matt, and it shows. Maybe because, I don't know, that concept is just very creepy and unsettling to me. But anyway,
there you go. That's the Braley Bookshelf for
Murder
today.
Mysteries.
Yeah. And by the way, let me know about anything that you might be reading or any authors that you enjoy, and we'll check it out.
And if anyone knows what J.K. Rowling is up to.
Yeah.
Or like what pen name she's
What
writing under.
pen name is she using?
Yeah.
Yes. Finally, today, the entertainment news. The extended trailer for Lifetime's upcoming Janet Jackson documentary holds nothing back when it comes to all the highs, lows, and controversies of her 4-decade career. It follows Janet all the way back to life growing up as part of the famous Jackson family before her big debut on her brother's variety show in 1976. When asked if the allegations against her brother Michael impacted her career, Janet simply smiled and said, "Guilty by association." That's what they call it, right? But even that was nothing compared to how much guilt and blame was laid at her feet for the famous Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction. Using archive footage, the trailer promises to delve into that scandal in a more direct way than we've ever seen before. Always did wonder why Janet suffered and Justin Timberlake did not. And he was the one who did that, right? It is simply titled Janet. The first part of the 2-night event kicks off Friday, January 28th at 8 p.m. on Lifetime and A&E. All right, so that's all we have for today. I don't know, did we cover everything in the chats?
There's a lot of chats, so I probably missed some, so I apologize if I do. Real quick, though, where was it? Justin said there was a set of romance novels written by 3 guys under the alias of a female. I'm not saying it's this one, but it's crazy.
Oh, wow.
That is pretty crazy.
That is cool.
Charles, the show's not over, man. Why are you trying to break out?
It is not time for coffee yet.
We're all just hanging out.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to break out, man? Let's see. And Lori says, yes, it happens, to the sitting around talking about ways to kill people. She says, I have done that many times with my ambulance partners.
Yeah. Yeah, they just,
Crazy.
they just find ways.
Yeah.
And was it Diane that mentioned the Hallmark movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I discovered those along with... I think I wrote in one of my blogs this weekend about how the first responders that I know are just getting so tired dealing with COVID and everything. So I mentioned how Mom doesn't even want to watch the news anymore because it's just the same old stuff. It's numbers and this and it's up and it's... So she's been watching Hallmark movies.
It's crazy. I'd never really thought that she'd be into Hallmark movies, but
Yeah.
she is. She is. I think for the simplicity, like you said.
Maybe.
I think she enjoys the simplicity of it.
Yeah, just simple stories.
She's very upset if the movie doesn't have a dog, though.
Yes.
It needs to have a dog,
Needs
or
to
else
have a
she
puppy.
literally goes crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we started your day off on a good note, because that is always our goal here. If you like what we do, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekdays at 8, but also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. And don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail with any questions, comments, birthdays, or anniversaries at 774-473-9910. We leave you with a thought for the day today, and our thought is, who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today. All right. So go out and make it a great day.
Peace.